So Minions: The Rise of Gru came out earlier this summer and I was super excited to watch this movie. Let's get into it. So Minions: The Rise of Gru came out earlier this summer and I was really excited to watch this. It is the sequel of the 2015 film Minions, but it's still a prequel to the original Despicable Me, and I'm a big fan of that movie, so let's get into it. I am actually a big fan of this movie. I wasn't a huge fan of the 2015 Minions movie, so I didn't have high hopes going into this, but I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw on screen. So The Rise of Gru tells the story of young Gru and the Minions as he is trying to get onto the supervillain team. He's trying to do all these evil acts and get their attention, but when he gets kidnapped, it's up to the Minions to save Gru. And I really like this movie. I like the original Despicable Me movie, and the second one's pretty good as well, and this movie follows in those movies' footsteps, and it has a really solid story, it's got really well-timed jokes, and it's got really fun action. One of the best things about the Minions Despicable Me universe is that supervillains exist and that you can have really fun action sequences, and I feel like the original Minions forgot that it could do that, so I was really happy to say that the action in this movie was really good. The action kind of follows the way the animation works, and the animation's really fluid and loose, and it makes the action sequences more exciting, and I was actually a really big fan of it.
Any plans for the weekend?
I also love about this movie is it doesn't rely on you just thinking that the Minions are cute in order to make the movie work. There's actually a really good story. I like the way that Gru's character progresses, and I like getting to see the different Minions and the different personalities stand out. Really, overall, this is just a really fun movie. If you have some time on your hands, if you're a fan of the Despicable Me movies, and you want to watch a fun prequel, I recommend watching Rise of Gru. Steve Carell is always great as this character, and this world is really fun, and I want to explore more of it. Really, the only downside I can see is that this is a kids movie, so there's some dumb stuff in it, but overall this is a really fun movie. It's very well animated, the action's really fun, there are some really well-timed jokes. There's also a really great montage of the Minions training to fight the supervillain team that I thought was really good and reminiscent of Rocky IV. I really like Minions: The Rise of Gru. It's my favorite animated movie of the year. If you haven't seen it and you've got some time on your hands, I recommend going to check it out. It's a blast.